Hi everyone, Trevor I in here once again with finally a new video for you guys. I don't know, I just wanted to apologize for the long break in between videos because in the time since I posted the Shenandoah sub video, school's ramped up. I've only got about a week left at the time of recording here. I've got a job now, so that's taking up a lot of my time. And honestly, at this point, there just hasn't been a lot of stuff that I've wanted to shoot recently. I mean, up until last week, which you'll probably see in a later video. But I don't know. I guess that's how I would explain my absence, if you want to call it that. But this is something I've been sitting on for about, I don't know, about a month or so. So basically, the premise of today's video is it's another chase that involves Trevor and myself. Except this time we decided to check out the R&P subdivision between Richmond and essentially Fredericksburg, but we only ever checked the tangent between Richmond and Doswell because of where we were. But obviously, with how all our chases go, they don't start on the subdivision we're chasing. So I'll let that serve as a lead-in to the first train. So I hope y'all enjoy this video, and I'll see y'all at the end. The day started on our home line, the Washington District in Nokesville, which is where Trevor was when I got out of my job interview at 10. We had intended to go to Charlottesville for a couple hours and then go over to Richmond and chase the R&P back north, but of course that didn't happen. So when I got to Nokesville to see Trevor, he had already shot the rock train, and I believe he saw Amtrak like right before I got here, so he had already seen two. But in short order, once I got there, NS 227 came up the hill, and let's just say their lead engine gave us a little bit of a show as they came up the hill. Okay, so that was 227 headed north. I wasn't expecting the lead engine to smoke that bad, so that was a nice touch. But we're gonna head over to the RF&P sub and take care of business. After making our way over to and down Interstate 95, we eventually made it to the Bryant Park Shop Complex in Richmond. This is CSX engine servicing facility that's located right next to the Big ACA yard, or one of the heartbreaker yards on the system. I was expecting some more road power here, but there was only a lone CSX Jeep sitting alongside some track equipment on the storage tracks. I believe this track in the foreground here is used to store and or load ballast cars and work cars based on a quick satellite survey I did a little later in the day, but we soon realized that this wasn't going anywhere fast because nothing was happening, so we broke off for lunch, and then we decided to go find Norfolk Southern's operations in the Richmond area. We eventually found the NS yard, considering it was in a backwoods area, and this GP38 sitting on the storage track, which I believe I have seen once before. But then this happened. Yep, that's an ex-Southern SD40-2 hooked up to an SD40E on a local job. AKA, we've been saddled with 60Es for too long back home on the Wash, and we were surprised to see something other than two wide cab EMDs doing the work. And as an added bonus, I believe the 40E has an RS5T, and I believe 3214 has a P5. But obviously, we still hadn't seen anything moving other than 227 and some trains shuffling around in ACA Yard when we got there. So we decided to do a little more sightseeing, and we scouted the Triple Crossing just outside of Main Street Station. Now, we couldn't access the famous angle because it's now owned by the Army Corps of Engineers, but here it is. And after that, we decided to make our way north to Ashland. Of course, everybody knows and loves this town, and I'm no exception. But we decided to settle down here for a little bit, and we both went into the model train store where we had a lot of fun. Trevor, if you see this later, I know you can attest to that. But it took a little bit before the first train showed up. First up for us at Ashland was a southbound Northeast Regional, number 95. I believe this one is headed to Newport News, but I don't have access to a physical timetable anymore, so I'm not sure where it came from, but I'm 99% sure that it's going to Newport News because it's on the CSX side here. Just like that, one quick stop later, they're on their way south to their next stop at the Richmond Staples Mill Road Depot. After 95 took off, things settled down for a little bit. But in due time, Amtrak 91, the southbound Silver Star, breezed through town, behind two P-42 DCs. I found that kind of interesting considering in recent years they had quote-unquote slimmed down the consist and they had usually been running it with only one engine, so I thought it was a pleasant surprise to see two engines on the consist again. And Trevor pointed this out to me later, that this set used for the Star was the same set used on that morning's northbound Crescent, which I thought was very cool.
That was 196.
When 91's last car went by, it revealed one of those classic RFMP curveballs.
CSX.
That's right.
Seriously?
Another train was coming up on the other track behind 91, and I had to reset my position to the other side so I could get the shot I wanted. I don't know why I decided to leave the camera rolling for this, but at the same time, I think it just shows how hectic these things can get sometimes.
He just saw us. Saw my idiots. I'll break it. I got it from the leader.
The train in question was southbound intermodal QO31, single stack containers running from North Bergen, New Jersey to Jacksonville, Florida. They run single stacks because of the Howard Street Tunnel in Baltimore being too low to handle double stacks, but that project's being worked on. Also note the do not hump boxcar behind the lead locomotive. after the intermodal train cleared, things would settle down again for about another 30 minutes. It was eventually agreed upon that we would end our day with the auto train somewhere north of town on the subdivision. But we weren't sure where because we didn't know when we were going to leave. But before that could happen, another Northeast Regional got here first. So just before 6 p.m., Amtrak 125, another southbound regional, makes their stop at the Ashland station. I believe this one is also a Newport News train, but again, I don't have an updated timetable. So if somebody can put those destinations down in the comments section, that would be great. They pretty much did the same gig as 95 did about 30 minutes prior, and then they took off. While 125 was pulling out, Trevor and I decided that we would end the day with Auto Train at Doswell, just a few miles north of Ashland. What we didn't know was that they were giving us another curveball when we got there. So, enjoy the comedy.
CSX, 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 CSX. Oh wait, no it's not, 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 no it's not.
All I'm going to say is, we knew he was close, but we didn't know he was going to be that close when we got there.
Offer reservations thing on the side of the auto rack.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't read it.
So after the auto train comedy session ended, we decided to take some pictures of the stuff that was milling around in the Buckingham branch yard here. 2 Jeeps were resting comfortably, and the old RF&P signal bridge was still standing guard over the subdivision.
Aperture helped a little.
For how much longer? Well, I'll leave that up to you. The old depot's still here as well, and I believe it's used as an office complex by the Buckingham Branch Railroad for this part of the system, considering their line runs from here over to Richmond and also back west to at least Clifton Forge. This is one line I want to explore in the near future. Also still here is the old tower that guarded the diamonds. It's been closed for, well, I don't know how long, but it's still here, still standing guard over the diamond. I always wondered if they would be able to make like a railfan viewing platform out of this, but I'm not sure. But anyway, we were just about to pack up when one more curveball crested the hill coming north. Okay, now we're finished. So, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that little excursion to the RF&P subdivision. As you can see, it got a little hectic towards the end because, you know, Amtrak's able to do 79 miles an hour on some sections of track compared to CSX, which probably can only do 60. I'm just basing that off what I know. But, yeah, that was fun. So, I'll have a few more videos coming out in the near future, but until then, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment if you'd like, and again, if anybody can answer where those 2 regionals go, that would be great. And I will see you all in the very near future.